everyone. Today we're making meat piroshki using beef, ground beef. You can actually use lamb too, is that right?
Yes, we can use of the ground lamb. This is dependent to the people which one, or pork or turkey ground or any other that you want. You can make the piroshki, meat piroshki.
Okay, so any meat is usable. And then we have one chopped onion, one large chopped onion.
Yes, one large onion we chopped it before. And after this, never I cooked together onion and ground meat together, because ground meat have to separately at first little add water, and with the oil that meat have inside, use of that the meat oil.
Okay.
And after this, after frying the onion, we add the onion to.
So we want the ground beef to cook with its own fat because it will be more delicious. Is that right?
Yes, that's.
Okay. And when do we know the onion is completely fried? What color are we aiming for?
What color that you can see? This is like this, light green. And after this,
you mean golden color?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what is our heat on? The heat is medium or low? Should it be which one?
This is dependent to you. Some of the people do everything fast and put heat up. Some of the people like slow and slow working. For me, more times medium is better.
Okay.
Now I'm going to add some
turmeric powder
and black pepper powder and thyme.
Wonderful. And so we have 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of black ground pepper, and 1 teaspoon of ground thyme. Can we use regular thyme seed, or does it have to be ground?
No, a little is enough. Not a lot need frying or cooking. Just for get more delicious, I use of the
chicken bouillon,
and I'm going to
use 1 piece. Okay.
Use one of these.
They can also use beef bouillon. I know there are so many kinds of bouillons on the market, so
that this bouillon a little salty. We have to be careful when add a salt.
Okay.
This is I think around for 1 pound meat, we add this is enough.
Okay, so that's about half a teaspoon of sea salt. So because the bouillon has some sodium in it, we don't want to really like overdo the salt. So you just want to, I mean, it depends on your preference and how salty you like the meat to be. But I always prefer to cut down on sodium. And as you can see, the turmeric just gave the meat such a beautiful color. Turmeric and saffron, those 2 seasonings, spices, they're wonderful, and I love to add to pretty much everything.
And also I add some of the parsley, chopped parsley. I use of my
would you say about
kitchen scissors for cutting these.
So we don't have to be precise with the size of the pieces.
Yeah, does not have to be so small, because have to show inside the food that we add a parsley.
Okay. Can they use cilantro instead or just parsley?
No, just parsley.
Just parsley. Okay. So that was about what, 5 to 10 sprigs?
Yeah, this is enough.
Okay.
Okay, and after this,
so you definitely want to add the parsley at lastly, because it takes very little to cook, and there is no reason to overcook the parsley.
you know, if overcooked, this is you couldn't feel the parsley taste in your mouth when you eat.
It will lose the
pirozhki.
taste. Okay.
Yes. That now is we add a little tomato paste. This tomato paste we add I think around 1.5 tablespoon. And frying inside the pan with all the
That looks good.
meat and other together, that get complete mix with meat and onion.
Can they use tomato sauce?
No, tomato sauce if you use like get watery and causes the meat complete taste is different.
Okay.
I don't like that. Maybe somebody is like, and this is have to. You be sure not have any water of or juice of the meat, because the causes the piroshki that's
the dough will be soggy.
yes
Okay.
will be soggy. Yes. Okay,
So is this finished now?
just let me a little.
So you just
For
want to make
complete.
sure that the tomato paste is completely mixed with everything else, with all the ingredients, and at the end you want to achieve a homogeneous texture.
Okay, let me I test.
You want to taste? All right, beautiful people. Now we're in the process of making our dough. What ingredients do we need?
Okay, for making dough, we need flour, 2.5 cup.
Okay, and we're using unbleached and unenriched wheat flour. Can they use gluten-free flour?
No, gluten-free flour not really good for cooking piroshki. Just let me I show what flour that I use.
This is the King Arthur unbleached and unenriched cake flour. Okay.
Okay, after this.
Can they use whole grain flour?
Yes, you can use of the whole grain flour.
Wonderful.
Okay, my dear. After this, we add some butter to the flour.
The
And
Kerrygold
let me-
Irish butter.
Yes, let me I open this box. Just I remind you that have to put in the room temperature.
Yes,
Because we need little like a melted.
it has to be somewhat melting. Okay.
Yes, just
How much time does someone need to, for butter to come to room temperature? 1 hour?
no, not 1 hour. I think 30 minutes is enough.
30 minutes is enough. And this is unsalted butter.
Unsalted butter, yes.
Can they use salted butter?
Yes, you can use salted butter, but you have to be very careful when you add the salt. This is not be so salty.
Okay, so if you guys want to use salted butter, there is a higher chance that your pirozhki will be too salty. So it's good to use unsalted butter and then add a little bit of salt.
Okay, now I add the salt like this.
That's about half a tablespoon. And why do we add salt?
Because for taste.
For taste?
Yeah. Okay. Now we added 3 eggs.
These eggs are actually organic. They're really, really good. I mean, if you could look at the yolk color, you can see that it's definitely organic.
And always one by one have to separately cracked in the small bowl because sometimes some of the egg is
low quality.
Yes, that's the
okay. So you just wanna crack the egg in a separate bowl to see that it looks fresh and good to go.
okay.
So we have 3 eggs.
Beautiful. Look at here.
Yeah, the color is really nice.
Okay.
So we have 2.5 cups of flour, 3 eggs, and 1 stick butter.
Okay, now we have to use our hand.
Okay.
Because the hands warm help the dough get the shape better and faster.
Right. I mean, a lot of cooks talk about the magic of their hands and how the warmth of your hands make the dough better and, you know, come together better. Can they use a food processor for this?
It's very short time. If you put a little more, it causes the butter change to oil. Because food processor, when working,
It
a little
produces
added
heat,
heat. And we're going to cut the dough to equal parts because we don't want some of the piroshki be so big and some is small.
Okay. So we're gonna allow this dough to actually rest, right? After cutting and everything?
Just for 10 minutes, not a lot.
Okay.
We have to, like this, make a circle.
Okay. We want nice little spheres.
We use of this hand and you know, look at here.
Do you use the palm or no?
Yes.
Okay, you use the palm. Nice. Okay. So we have turned the dough into 10 equal pieces, right?
Around
12 actually. So we started making the piroshkis. So now we're just gonna show you how we're gonna roll out the dough and place the meat mixture inside of it.
Yes. I get one of the dough that we have and put in here and with hand give the shape and circle.
Maybe you want to come closer to me a little bit?
Yes, let me.
Okay. So we're using a rolling pin. I know there are machines who will roll out the dough really nicely, but there's just so much joy with, you know, doing it with hand. It's such a fun activity, right?
Okay, now we use of the mix meat.
Do you want to come closer to me?
Yes. Okay. And now we roll like this.
Okay.
And give it.
Do it slowly so people can see. Do it very, very slowly.
Okay.
Excellent. That's fun. Okay. Same process. do people have to, you know, dust some flour on the workplace, or is it unnecessary?
No, because this dough have a lot of oil, you know, because have a butter inside.
Okay.
And we always use of the flour because, you know, because the dough stuck to the, you know, the place,
the station.
Yeah. Now, again, we use of the rolling.
Do you have any tips on how to create a perfect circle?
This is not completely circle. Just is okay. Just because, you know, when we roll it, we can
hide the flaws.
Hide the, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Again. And roll like this.
Okay.
And you know, little push at first. And after this, like this, because we don't want the open of our roll.
Okay, and guys, keep in mind that we rested this dough for about 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure that, because, oh nice, that looks good. Do you know if people can add vegetables to the dough itself?
Yes, if somebody that don't like the meat or vegetarian,
okay,
can use of the some of the vegetable like carrots, like green beans, and some of the.
What about peas?
Red pepper, green pepper,
nice.
Sweet green pepper.
Sweet green
pepper, yes.
So if you guys don't close out the edges, then the meat mixture will start falling out during the cooking process, and that's definitely not what you're looking for.
Always we try to use put the meat in this side, because the outside under this
surface
circles, yes, that is causes they get very soft and shiny. Look at here, but inside a little different.
How do they know how much meat mixture they should put in? How do you know if it's too much or too little?
This is for, with this teaspoon, you can put 3.5 or 4.
Okay.
Okay.
If you put too much, then what will happen?
If put too much, this is like after cooking is cracked and coming out meat.
Okay. Okay, beautiful people. So now all the pirozhkis are pretty much done, and we put the meat mixture inside. Now we're just preparing a nice egg mixture to brush it on these pirozhkis for a nice golden color.
Okay, we put the 1 tablespoon of the yogurt, but we don't use all.
Okay.
A little like this is enough. We add to the 1 yolk.
1 egg yolk?
Yes. And again, we beat it for 1 minute.
Okay.
And after this, we brush this on upside of the all pirozhki.
Okay. What if you do the egg alone and not add yogurt?
Egg alone, you can use the egg alone, but the yogurt causes the color is be more golden.
Okay.
Okay. We use
you have a silicone brush, but you can pretty much use any brush. Doesn't matter. Let me move this here for you.
And one more thing that I want you know, I put some of the piroshkis insides more meat, and some is
Some
little.
less.
Yeah,
Okay.
because some of the people don't like it a lot of meat. Okay, that like this. If use of a small brush, much better.
That's actually the oven sound, which means the oven's ready to go. So you want your oven to be at 180 degrees Celsius, which is about 365 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can they add anything on top of this besides the egg and
Yes,
yogurt?
I think now I want to add a little sesame seeds. This is causes to be more beautiful, and when you eating it, enjoy more because have a good shape and good taste and good smell.
For sure. Sesame seeds are, nutrient dense. They have so many beneficial vitamins and phytonutrients for the body. So it's, it's the beauty, and it's quite nutrient dense.
Okay, we use after these sesame seeds for top side of the piroshki.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, look at here.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Wow. Okay.
And now it's ready to go into the oven. And boom, there it goes. All right, as you can see, our meat piroshki is ready to be served. It's nice, golden and crispy. The sesame seeds on top of it looks just delicious. How long did it take for the piroshkis to be cooked or baked?
15 minutes. We put a time for cooking, but after this have to turn off the oven, but not take it off. Have to stay in oven around the other 15 minutes.
Okay.
That causes the change the color and completely be golden brown.
Okay, there's actually no need to broil, so for the top to be golden. It's just that 15 minutes in the oven, you turn it off and just allow it to cool down so that it will be cooked to perfection.
Okay, I open this.
Oh
and
my
show.
goodness, oh my goodness.
If
Wow.
you want, you can eat it with ketchup sauce like this.
Yum.
Enjoy.